Here's a little parable that we should really sit down and meditate on honestly as we're looking at ourselves in the mirror. I know you've all heard this story. It's the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector. And Jesus is telling the story about two men, and they both, they went up to the temple to pray. And there was the Pharisee and the other was a tax collector. And then the Pharisee, now listen to how he did that. He stood and prayed. And when he prayed, he said, "Oh, I thank God that I am not like other men, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, and even as the tax collector. I fast twice a week. I give tithes of all that I possess." This is where we need to stop and have a little self-reflection. If we go to Matthew 7:22, and I'm sure you all know this scripture also. Many will say to me in that day, look at the word many. "Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name?" And look what Jesus says. "And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who were practice lawlessness." And so the test of sincerity is not in words, but in deeds. Christ does not say to any man, "What say ye more than others?" but "What do ye more than others?" The full meaning are his words, "If you know these things, happy are you if you do them." Words are of no avail unless they are accompanied with appropriate deeds. This is the lesson taught in the parable of the two sons. But if we go back to the Pharisee, it was all about him. Who was he serving? Who was he focused on? It was me, myself, and I. I do this, I do that. And we're living in a time when we are going to see a lot of people with a form of godliness that look really good, but that don't know the Lord. But look at the true follower of Christ and how he responded. "And the tax collector, standing afar off, would not so much as raise his eyes to heaven, but beat his breast, saying, God, be merciful to me, a sinner." If you think that you're not the one that's going to be running up to God and saying, "Didn't I do this and didn't I do that?" and he turns away from you, think twice. We're all and can be in the position of thinking we are righteous, we are good, and that we're in. Check yourself this morning and look at yourself.